There was this call to my phone, and my friend said, the school is like totally canceled. You don't have to go to school anymore. We're not gonna graduate. There is a virus coming on.
I remember on the plane when I was going to UK, it was completely empty. It was just me and my courier. The whole plane was empty. Maybe there were a few people in business class, but economy was empty.
So the rector back then at Robert Bush College, he took the measurement of doing a full like shutdown of the institution in the matter of no one came in the same way no one was allowed to go out.
We can't get out of our apartments.
And at that point, I started feeling suffocated because you couldn't even go to the neighboring town. You couldn't go to the supermarkets.
And there was almost like no one out in the street, and I was only out when I wanted to like have some fresh air. And
Thankfully I have, like a backyard and stuff. I could go out and like play soccer and stuff too. So I honestly, staying active as best I can was probably the main thing that kept me going.
I started a Samba club back at the school.
I started running a bit more because I was like, I have so much time.
When it was snowing and we had like strict lockdown, and I went outside and I just like had my headphones, played my favorite song, and just danced.
In May, so 2 months after everything stopped, I broke my leg, which halted that physical activity aspect, and I was like even more like homebound than anyone else, or maybe not as homebound, but like chairbound, you know what I mean?
After this lockdown started, I was like really, I don't know, listening to my thoughts, like really working with myself. And then I realized that I haven't really like pursued that I wanted to, but I like chose what I should do, or like what my parents told me to do.
So I would go outside, hobble my way outside, put my foot up, and I just started reading. I just read books for hours a day. That's what I did. That's what kept me entertained. Thankfully, I found some books that I liked.
I actually like think because of the lockdown, it helped be really focused on application process, so that I like really understand everything about the application process, which I like still use nowadays.
So I had like all of my family with me, my dog with me, all hours of the day. So I was still surrounded by people, and I guess I didn't quite grasp how there's people who were literally just by themselves this entire time.
I remember for the first time in my life feeling lonely. I am the type of person who does like to be alone, having some time for myself. But there's a big difference between feeling like being alone and feeling lonely. And that was something that I never experienced before. Just in my bed at 3 a.m. in the morning, there's no noise whatsoever, and it's just me, an empty room, a forest, the moon.
If it's a fun question, okay?
Okay.
So if you were to find out that another pandemic is going to
Oh, I
happen
thought this was a fun
tomorrow.
question.
I don't know, maybe read my social psychology book, because I want to know a lot more about it. Yeah.
I would like to go back home, but my parents would probably tell me to stay here and continue studying so I can get my degree. But I would like to go back home first in case they put us under lockdown.
I don't know. I think more importantly, it would be just like try to spend time and enjoy myself today.
I'll go back to Guatemala and be with my family. I'm not doing this alone again.